Welcome back for the last time of 2022 with your favorite host, Emily. And
Sir Elton John.
I knew you were going to introduce yourself as Elton John. I knew it. Oh my god. Y'all,
actually,
the concept
it's
of
just
time.
me.
Huh?
I said, actually, it's just me. It's Emily. I really
Surprise.
tricked you, didn't I?
But like I was saying, the concept of time, y'all, is crazy because Emily and I were in the car and we're like, what did we do this year? And
Yeah.
the best thing to do is just go to your camera roll and just start at the beginning of the year. And I was shooketh to my core. I was like, we did that this year? I,
2022 was an interesting year. Like, for me, at least, like, personally, the first half of the year was really, really good. And then I started grad school and everything was just like, but like, but then it's like slowly like going back up. So it's like literally a roller coaster. It was like, the start of the year kind of sucked because I had just graduated college and I was kind of going through like a thing. And then it like slowly started to go up. And then it kept going up. It kept going up, kept going up, kept going up. And then we got COVID. And then everything started going down. Everything started going down. And
it
then
was literally June. Everything
and then
started going down.
and then the semester went and it was still going down. It was still going down, still going down, it was still going down. But then we went to Disney, so it's like a little bump. Like a little happy bump. There was little happy bumps in there, like little tiny ones. And then it's going down again, and now it's slowly starting to go up. Up, 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 up. That's the best way I can describe my 2022. Is literally a roller coaster. I'm like, this year was something.
But yeah, looking at the camera roll, I was like, we did so much stuff this year that we honestly haven't done in the last couple of years. Like,
Yeah.
as a friend group, we went
I
to,
think
or just like you and me, we went to so many concerts this year.
I think a big part of it too is like I remember, so at the beginning of the year I worked at the Georgia State Capitol. I worked there for a bit, and that was one of the best experiences ever, like best job experiences. And there I really learned, like, it was because I had just graduated college and was kind of going through an existential crisis. I really learned, like, I'm 22 and I really lost, like, and you too, because you're 23 now, but like we lost so much of our 20s, like the beginning of our 20s, because of COVID, that
Yeah.
like I do things and then I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, like, financially, like maybe like not the smartest decision money wise. But then I'm like, when am I going to be 22 again and just being like saying fuck it and doing what I want with my friends? I was like, the money will come and go, but like these moments aren't, they're like, I'm going to remember them forever. So like,
Memories to cherish forever. Ah.
if you know, you know.
You know, like, I'm just still shocked. We went to twice in February.
Yeah.
Then we went to see Eric Nam
So
in March. We saw 5 Seconds of Summer, which is a throwback, y'all. In May, we saw, I don't remember what month we saw 17.
August.
August? Okay, we saw 17 in August. And then Elton John in November.
No.
When did we see Elton John? Why was Dana? Oh, Dana just came down here for. See, I was trying to think about, like, why was Dana down here? Like, was she down here for a holiday? No, Elton John was really September. Oh my god!
Yeah, it was September.
So we saw Sir Elton John in September, and then we saw Blackpink in December. Welcome, Sir Elton John, to the podcast.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be on your last tour ever? Well, it's actually done now.
Cherishing the memories for the rest of my life.
Period. And then, yeah, Blackpink in December. And
nope. Blackpink in November.
Are you kidding me? I thought we saw them the first week of fuck, y'all, I don't. No time.
Wait, was it the first week of December? Hold on.
I thought it was the first week. Like,
no, it wasn't, because I got my tattoo December 2nd.
I don't know when we saw. I just know we saw them.
We saw them in November, everyone. We saw them in November.
See, y'all, I'm telling you, 2022 felt so short, but so long at the same time.
Yeah.
We did so much stuff. We saw Hassan Minaj at the Fox Theater. First comedy show for me.
Second for me.
Thought that was cool. Like you said, we went to Disney. That was in October. I know
Mhm.
that. MomoCon was this year, which was crazy because I thought we did that last year.
I know you were like, this wasn't this year. I was like, it was literally in like May.
Like, that's crazy. I
Yeah.
graduated in May, officially became a college graduate. Crazy. You
I
started
got
grad
into
school.
grad school. I got into grad school. Now I'm in it. Eh.
What else did we do? Oh, we got COVID in June.
That was horrible.
Yeah, that was not fun, but it happened. And then anime weekend. Hmm.
In October. And then I got into a car accident.
But then I got accepted into grad school. And then
Literally
I
said, fuck your injuries.
y'all, this is just so funny. I have to tell you what my mom said. Okay, so as you guys probably remember, or if you don't, here's a reminder. So we were raised Catholic, right, Emily and I? And so I started teaching middle school classes. I don't know why, but I did. Okay. And so, and then I started going to church again with my mom because I don't know. I just started going again. And then um I was honestly having like a heart to heart with the department head because I was just like, is it possible to do part-time? Like, I don't know, like I can't afford to like do this, all this whatever, this money stuff. Because like I couldn't by the time I had a lot of like mishaps with my college application, right? Which was just so frustrating because I had went there for my undergrad. So I don't know why life was being super hard with this part for like graduate school, but I emailed my department head and I was just like, I couldn't find a job. Like all the assistantships that are for like graduate students or whatnot, like none of it applies to me because of I'm not the major or like I don't qualify for like federal work study or it's like undergrad stuff, like jobs. So I was like, I can't find anything. So is it possible to do part-time? And then like later on that evening, the department head offered me a graduate assistantship. And I was just like, thank you, universe. Thank you, Lord, whoever. And you know what my mom says? She's like, I'm so happy for you. You know why you probably got this? You started going back to church.
I knew she was gonna say that. I knew she was gonna
I
say
was like,
that.
I was like,
You know
okay.
what though? The thing is my mom was like the day I got into my car accident, she was like, it's because you didn't go to church the day before. I was like, Catholic
Catholic
moms. Are you
moms.
kidding me? Ugh.
We said the same thing at the same time. We both said
And this
Catholic
is
moms.
why, Emily, and this is why you're irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable. Not only with all this stuff happening in 2022, we obviously started our podcast.
Yeah.
When did we start that?
We started it in July before I started school. Let's look
Yeah, it
at
was
what
like
day our first episode was posted.
we're gonna
Let's
have
look.
to note that so we can have like an anniversary. Let me
Yeah,
write it
of
down.
course. Of course, of course. Hold on.
Yeah, this is too funny that
We
we don't know it.
uploaded our first episode 5 months ago on June 29th, 2022.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Word of the episode. Crazy. Phrase of the episode. That's crazy.
That is crazy, bro.
And look at how far we've come. We got a couple viral TikToks. on our podcast page. That didn't sound right. That sounded like an old person would say that.
A
On
couple
our
viral
page,
TikToks on our page.
our page, our TikTok account. We watched a lot of anime this year. Met a lot of cool new people. Did a lot of stuff for like content wise, like going to anime week. I mean, obviously we would have gone anyways, but like we were there for pleasure and business, right? So, I mean, honestly, having this podcast has helped us like watch more stuff. We've read more things. We've like dived into different genres that we don't particularly partake in. Like you with, I guess, not like spooky, but like more like psychological. Well, I guess it would be spooky to you. Collectively, the amount of, or the series that we watched this year were 32 animes collectively
That we can think of.
that we could think of. Yeah.
I'm 100%
Like,
sure that we missed them.
yeah. I mean, there was some stuff that like we started, but I didn't include it in the list because I was like, it didn't count to me. I don't think it would count. But you watched a lot of new stuff like when you were
Mhm.
not in school and you
Yeah.
just had your job. So I'm going to read this list. And then from this list of like what we could think of that we have watched, we're going to say what like our top, I don't want to say top 5, but we're going to like talk about 5 animes that like really stood out to us this year that we had watched and we were just like super psyched about and just really enjoyed them. They were just like top tier to us in the year
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
So first off, we have Attack on Titan, season 4, part
Two.
1, 2,
Two.
2. Yeah.
Two.
Okay. Chainsaw Man. We have Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, season 2, My Dress Up Darling, Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War arc. So like the final season. You got Blue Lock, Mob Psycho 100, season 3. You got Aoashi, Spy Family, part 2 of season 1. One Piece, just specifically Wano, because you and I believe most of the year 2022 were just watching Wano. Or at least I was just watching Wano. You were probably like in between
Mm-hmm.
Whole Cake and Wano.
Yeah.
You watched Given. We both watched
Mhm.
Dance Dance Dancer. I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Soul Eater, for me, another for me as well. Dead Man Wonderland, you watched that.
Yep.
The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. The Devil is a Part-Timer. You watched Kimi ni Todoke. Or Mia came out this year. Or at least like finished this year, I believe. Sasaki
Watched it this year.
Tamiano. No, it did because we would watch AOT and be like super depressed after it, and then we're like, oh, there's a new episode of Horror Mia. So then we would have watched that to feel better. Like the friend group.
That was last year.
Was it? I
Yeah.
don't, honestly, y'all, I have no idea when stuff came out. I felt like that was this
I
year.
watched Horimiya this year.
Okay, well, Emily watched Horror Mia. She did watch that. I know she did. Sasaki Tamiano, you watched. Run with the Wind, you watched. Oh, all of these are you. Oh, Komi Can't Communicate. You finished Inuyasha, and you started Yashahime.
Mm-hmm.
You finished that too, right?
No.
No, but you started it.
Yes.
For Me to Your Eternity, you watched Erased.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Remain. That's that water polo one. I watched Love of Kill. That was weird. I also watched Heroines Run the Show. I finished Fruits Basket. It's not plural, right? Fruits basket? Fruits.
Fruits Basket.
Yeah. And then you watched Yuri on Ice.
I think so, yeah.
This is all we could remember.
That might have been last year, to be honest. I really don't remember. I watched a lot. Like, I watched too much. What I'm gonna do this year is I'm gonna write down on my like notebook every anime I watch. So then this next year when we do this, it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah. It was just like we watched so much and this year was just so crazy and so much had happened. Like we weren't really like thinking about writing stuff down. Like
Yeah.
we have a spreadsheet, like a master list of animes to watch or have watched or we're watching and stuff. I'm pretty sure Dana shared that in the Discord,
She did.
like the blank template. So that's what we were working off of. And yeah, we watched a lot, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I definitely know Aoashi is like in my 5.
I love Aoashi.
It's just so good. I really enjoy it like as a sports anime. Like it's like it kind of fits the like criteria of like the typical sports anime, but also I feel like it's at a higher level of like sports performance than your average like high school um sports anime. Oh, hey Bingley. Bingley, you have to move because we're doing business. Oh yeah, y'all. I don't think you guys have like met Bingley. This is Bingley or Mr. Bingley. That is his legal name. Oh, he is very long. Um, we named him Mr. Bingley after Mr. Bingley from Pride and Prejudice. He's a butt. Like he's horrible. And yeah. But yeah, Aoshi, like I said, it like fits the typical sports genre like anime, but it's also like goes off from it because I feel like it is a higher level of like performance with soccer.
Mm-hmm.
And like him, like he literally leaves home, he levels up a couple of times,
Yeah.
and he plays for like a pretty important like club youth team that
Yeah.
mingles with like um international clubs and stuff like that as well. And you don't really see that in like your typical sports anime, like Haikyuu. That's just Japan. They deal with so many other people. Well, at least in the manga too. But I really like it. I'm trying to think what else.
I really like Aoashi. I really, really like Aoashi. That was a standout for me. I actually haven't finished it. I need to finish it. Um, but it's just great. I'm such a good podcast host. It's just great. But yeah, I love Aoashi. But since you mentioned it, I won't mention it in my top 5, so we'll have 2 different like things. But the first anime that comes to my mind that stood out to me that I was just like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. It's Inuyasha. Inuyasha for me. So Inuyasha is an interesting one for me because I watched it when I was a kid. Like I remember watching Inuyasha as a kid, but I never like, I was a kid, so I wasn't like cognitively watching like every episode, knowing like the storyline. Can y'all shut up? Like I
I hear them.
You can't hear them? Okay, good. So I wasn't like cognitively watching all the episodes and like knowing the storyline and like what was going on in each and every episode because I was a kid. So I watched it because Dana loved it, and Dana and I like a lot of the same anime. So I was like, oh, if Dana likes it, like I'm gonna watch it. And also like I watched it as a kid and I remember liking it, in my childhood. So I'm gonna watch it. And so I watched it while we were in quarantine for COVID, and I watched the whole thing so quickly, and I absolutely just fell in love with everything about this series. The joy that this series brings me is unmatched. I love the characters so much. I have a freaking tattoo of Inuyasha and Kagome. So I permanently have them on my body. Literally a manga panel of them. So I just can't describe how much joy this show brings me. I absolutely adore it. And that was a standout for me for this year. And I mean, it's my number one anime for a reason. And yeah, that was a standout for me. If you have not watched Inuyasha, it's a classic. Please watch it. It's so good. Perfect mix of like supernatural. Well, I guess it's kind of supernatural. I don't know. I mean, she gets isekai'd, and then also like romance. There's two couples that are really like prominent in the show, and I just love it. I love this show so much.
Yeah, it's like supernatural. I mean, they're dealing with like ghouls and all their type.
Demons.
I mean, literally, Inuyasha's a dog.
He's a
He's a
dog
half
demon.
demon.
He's a dog half
So
demon.
yeah. Uh, I
And in 2023, Emily is going to watch Inuyasha because she promised me.
I did because the thing is that I make her watch all the shows that I'm like, these are so good, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it, and then like, or she's like, you should watch this, and I'm like, okay,
And then she never does.
yeah. Um, this is actually kind of hard to pick five, so I might talk about more than five, but obviously I'm not going to talk about like the 31 that we have watched this year. But my next one that we both watched, it would be my Dress Up Darling.
Love my dress up darling.
That was just so cute. I love Gojo. Like, protect him. He's like the sweetest kid, and he just wants to make his little dolls, and he doesn't want people to like be like grossed out or like whatever about like his hobby. He just wants to do what he loves. And then him meeting Marin, and she just like is breaking him out of his shell. So like it's just so cute. This is like one of the like shoujo romance that I like really liked this year. And I can't wait for the next season. It's just so cute.
It's like not even shoujo though. Like I wouldn't argue that it's shonen.
It's like, yeah,
It's
I
definitely
mean, it's
not
like,
shoujo.
no, it's not like the typical like shoujo, but like it's got like the little romance aspect in it, but like you're also seeing these characters like themselves. It focuses more on like the characters themselves like growing as people and then like their relationships, but like it's just so cute to see these people like hype each other up, but also
Yeah.
like comfort and just like push them to be like the best person. And just like Marin bringing Gojo out of his shell, but also Gojo helping Marin like with her hobby. I just love everything about it. And the
Love the
whole
show.
they're just so cute.
They're so cute. I'm caught up to the manga, so I'm not gonna say much more. But yeah, it's great. Let me give my number two, or not my number two, but like the second one that stood out to me. Actually, the next five. I'm gonna talk about five more. The next five that stand out to me, or four of the five, are all romances.
Word.
And then the first one that I'm gonna talk about is, well, romances and slice of life. First, this one actually isn't romance. This is a slice of life. The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. This is really good. I really enjoyed this show. I haven't finished it. I'm almost done with it. School started and it kind of like messed me up, so like I kind of got behind, but I have like 4 episodes left, but I just really love this series. It's so wholesome. The little girl is so cute, and I love the main character and how like he changes throughout the show and how he softens up, because he used to be like this very intimidating, like I mean he's still this very intimidating Yakuza member, but like he was the shit, and now he's the shit who has a heart because he cares so much about this young girl, and this young girl just like softens him up so much, and I adore everything about it. And it's such a comfort show to watch for me. Like if I'm ever sad, and like I remember really when I was having a really hard time in school, every night I would watch Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, because like when new episodes came out, because that's what would make my day better. So I have to mention it in my top anime of the year. I loved everything about it.
It's really cute. I also haven't finished it, but like when I was watching the episodes, they were just it's just adorable. And it's just funny that like the child is so sweet and so lovable, and then like she's just the little princess of this like yakuza group. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
But all of mine are like shonen.
Of course they are.
Um, Mob Psycho 100. Y'all, I would lay down my life for Mob. Mob deserves the world. I am a Mob stan for life. When we're recording this, we're recording this Tuesday, December 20th, because we have to record episodes ahead because we wanted to put stuff out for you guys, but Emily's going to be leaving America. So, like, this Tuesday, the last episode of Mob comes out for us tomorrow. Right now, as you're watching this or listening, Mob Psycho's already done. But I'm caught up, right? To at least like before the last episode comes out. I'm so worried. I have no idea how this is gonna end. And probably future me is gonna be like, this is beautiful. But like right now, I'm freaking out because I I'm so afraid for Mob. And it's just this whole season, like you see, like, and they pointed out too, like you see how much he has grown, like as a person throughout like the series, because he was just so to himself. He didn't really like want to do stuff with like his psychic powers or anything. Like he just wanted to like be normal. Like he just wanted to put himself into this box for like other people. So he wasn't really like doing life for himself, if that makes sense. And so like in season 3, you start seeing him like care more about like what he wants to do, or like thinking about what he wants to do in his life, because he's like in his last year of middle school, so he's gonna be going to high school and all this stuff. And like just the way that he's like handling his like relationships with his friends, or like just trying to like talk to his crush and all that, like it's just so Mob, I love him. And I really, really like Mob Psycho 100. And I know people could be like thrown off by the animation, and we've noted like this previously, but like it's just so good this season, and the fight scenes are awesome. They're so cool, and I love the color schemes of Mob Psycho with like the greens and the blue, and like just like the little pixelated stuff when it shows like people's psychic powers. It just makes my brain like twinkle. And I love Mob. So y'all, please watch it if you have not. It's done. So you can binge it pretty quickly. It's only 3 seasons. I think each season's like 12 or 13 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Please watch it. Like, I cannot recommend it enough. You're going to feel the same about Mob. You're going to be cheering him on. You're going to feel sad for him when he's sad. Like, it's just a character you can connect to, and I love it. And I'm probably sad that it's over with future me. So, yeah, I had to talk about it. It's so good.
I'm going to talk about 2 and 1 just because I wasn't going to talk about this one, and then I saw it on my list, and I was like, oh, shoot, I have to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about both of them at the same time, just because they're both BLs. So I'm going to talk about the BLs at the same time. So first, I watched Given this year. Y'all.
Good.
It's so
I know, right?
good. Given is so good. And the manga, too, I just like, okay, oh my gosh, I don't want to get into spoilers, but like, there is this like this like arc basically has ended, and it ended so beautifully that I cried.
Oh, I'm an anime only for Given, so I have no idea what happens in the manga.
It's so good. And then it's not coming back until March of next year. The next chapter doesn't come out till March. I'm so upset, bro. I'm so upset. But Given is just so good. The movie's great. I can't say enough good things about Given. It's so good. The music is so good. I love this show. And just speaking, since I didn't have much to say about Given, I will talk about a show that I do have a lot to say on, and it's another BL, and it's my favorite BL of all time. And you know what? I just say, when we do our revised top 10 list, this might be in my top 10 anime of all time. I love this
I
series
can
that
see it.
much. Sasaki to Miyano.
Beautiful.
I love them so much. I would lay down my life for them.
I hear Gia and Bingley going ham.
They are. I would lay down my life for Sasaki and Miyano. I love them so much. And it's the fact that, like, Sasaki fell first, but Miyano fell harder. I love their love. I love them so much. And then the last episode where they get together and he confesses to him. Oh, it's so good. I love this series so much. I love the manga. I love the manga. Y'all, I love the manga.
If you didn't know, she loves the manga.
Love the manga. It's so good. I need everyone to watch this. We're gonna have a whole episode next year, spoiler alert, dedicated to this show, because that is how much I love this show. I love everything. Here's the thing with Given and Sasuke and Miyano. I don't even know what to say about it. I just know that I love both of them so much. It's like both of them, the love stories are just beautiful, because in both of them, like, one guy falls first, but then the other guy falls harder, and I just I love it so much.
I think it's just because they're really, like, well-written relationships. Like, it's, like, cute for the reader, but it's also, like, realistic with certain aspects of, like, how a person feels for another person, or, like, stuff like that. So it really appeals to the reader, and it makes us, like, yearn for something like that. So I feel like when you yearn for something, you get more, like, attached to it, and you're just like, I need it. Like, it's that type of thing. So then it makes you just, like, really like it.
Yeah, I love this. I love both of these shows so much.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
Sasuke
you,
to Miyano.
like,
So
boys love, like, their relationships. Honestly, I think when it comes to, like, manga or, like, anime or just, like, manhwas and whatever, like, web comics, I think they just, for at least me, or, like, for other people, like, their relationships are way more cuter than heterosexual relationships,
not only
or just,
are
like,
they
even
way cuter,
storylines.
they're just more realistic.
Yeah, they're more realistic, and I think
Yeah.
it just appeals more to a reader. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just my opinion. Anyways, we can both talk about this. Or I don't know if this is in your top 5, but, like, honestly, Attack on Titan, the way it, like, had a grip on my heart and, like, my emotions at the beginning of the year, it was just such a good, like, wow, to, like, the anime year for me, at least. Like, honestly, every episode you were on the edge of your seat. At least I was. The opening was a banger, literally, because it was my number one song for the year. And if you had, like, read the manga, you just, like, you knew this stuff was coming, but watching it animated just still made me, like, freak out. It made me so anxious. So, like, my thought when it comes to if a show's, like, good or not, even if I know, like, what's gonna happen, if it still makes me feel those emotions, even though I know what is going to happen, I think that makes it, like, a pretty good show, or, like, a series in an anime. So Attack on Titan did that. It I'm so ready for it to be over, but also so not at the same time, because I just know it's gonna make, we say this all the time, this Attack on Titan, the final finale,
Oh.
whatever, it's gonna make me so emo. Like, I don't think anime only people are like ready for what's gonna come. And even though I've read it, I'm not ready. I don't think so. Emotionally to see it animated. Because I know the voice acting is gonna like just bring it to like a whole nother level. Especially with like certain scenes in like the last couple chapters. It's uh but like this season that had like came out this year, the fight scenes, just the like all the new revelations that came out, like when it went into like past stories and like stuff like that. It was just so good. I loved everything about it. I didn't, the one thing I will say, and this isn't like to the story, but it was just more like, I guess, like the making of the anime is that like they didn't finish it. I hate having to wait more, but what could I do? Nothing. All I can do is wait, and we'll be getting it soon, probably. Isn't it coming out in January?
Yeah.
Ugh. It's a big sigh. Like that's all I gotta say about AOT, but like it was also really, really good.
I'm not looking forward to it. And
No.
like
It's like
I'm
the
not
thing
looking
where it's
forward
like
to
it
it.
hurts so good,
It
but
hurts.
I loved it, but I hate
Um,
it that it
yeah,
makes me
no,
feel this way.
that's exactly how I feel about Attack on Titan. Okay, I have three more to talk about. One is a romance, two are well, one's a romance slice of life, and two of them are shonen. You'll be proud of me. I have two shonens on my list. My last slice of life that I'm going to talk about is Horimiya. I adore this series so much. Such a comfort series. It's so cute. Like, it's so cute. I love them so much. Let me show you guys.
I love them. They are like honestly probably one of my favorite anime like manga couples. Yeah, I mean their relationship is so realistic, but also
Yes.
so cute and like you just want this is like really one of the animes like anime couples where you're just like I need this. I want this in my life. It just it's so cute. I love everything about them. And also the other side couples.
I love
You get
everything
more of that
about
in the manga, but like the anime still did a really good job. I feel like of compressing what you needed to get into 12 episodes.
I love everything about it. I have no complaints. I literally love everything about it.
My favorite scene, or just like one of the funniest scenes to me in the anime was when they're in the science or the computer room or something like that. Or like the science lab
Mhm.
room. And like people walk in and it's just Miyamura just yelling
I love
at
it.
Hori. And
I
she's and
love
people are like,
it.
"Oh my god, like he's yelling at her like that's crazy." And then like later they leave and Hori's just like, "I loved everything about that."
Yeah.
And then Miyamura's just like, "I'm so embarrassed."
I literally I am Hori. I am Hori. I'm sorry.
it, it did a really good job too with showing Miyamura's like inner battle with himself like as a person and how
Yes.
he just like thought about himself and like how he was dealing with like his depressive episodes and stuff like that. I really like that about it. Y'all, I don't know why I'm holding this cat. I'm trying to take the sticker off.
Oh gosh.
Um, but yeah, really looked forward to, or not looking forward. I liked Hormia. I really liked it. Um,
Yes.
all of my stuff's just shown. But y'all, I had caught up to My Hero season 6.
Okay.
Like y'all,
That's
I'm
the
telling
next
you,
one that I was
I
talking about.
when it came out, I was watching the episodes, but then like, life happened as usual. I got behind on it. And when I'm telling you, I yesterday, well mine yesterday, but I went from episode 118 to 125. It does not stop. It was like I had not binged anime like that in probably like more than a year. So that was like a lot of episodes for me. But it was worth it, y'all. especially knowing what like happens ahead in like the manga. Just watching it and seeing this animated, I'm like, oh my God, Deku. Everything about
I
him and like
one for
one
for
for
one,
all,
all for one, one
one
for all.
for all. He has one for all. Yeah, yes. But it's so angsty and like just knowing that these kids like still do not, I mean, obviously at this point in the anime, like they know that like shit's kind of hitting the fan, but like they don't know how bad things actually are. And so when it comes to like future stuff in the anime and just like them dealing with it, it's gonna make me so like depressed for them because it's literally
I
kids at war.
it's funny that you mentioned My Hero because this was my next one that I was going to talk about. I adore this series so much. It's in my top 10. I fell in love with the show. This was one of the first shows that I ever fell in love with. And this season is just so incredibly good. Like every single episode has been a hit. There has been no misses. And it's been a long time in My Hero. I think really since the overhaul fight that I've been like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And like I know what's gonna happen because I know the manga, but like it's been a long time since I've just been on the edge of my seat and felt this excited about My Hero. And I had high expectations for the season, and they did not disappoint.
You know what else is about it?
What?
Um, Character development. You see this with Bakugo. Like he's one of the big characters in the show that you see a lot of like emotional development or just even his like growth with his relationship with Deku.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it recently, early at least I did because I had binged episodes. You see it with Kirishima when he's
Mm-hmm.
fighting. Like literally plays back to when he didn't um move forward to help save, forgetting her name, the pink girl.
Pink hair. Yeah.
Yeah, like you see that. And then what's her name? I'm so bad at names. There's so many. She can morph stuff out of her body.
Momo.
Yeah, Momo, she took control of that. She took control of that situation and she in that instance put together a whole plan with a big huge giant monster villain like coming their way. And she's a first year. Like that's crazy. But yeah, My Hero, and I just know that like each season's gonna be like better. So I'm excited for the rest. Did we watch the My Hero movie this year, or was that last year?
That was last year.
Okay, I was like, I don't know what we've seen.
And then my last one that I want to talk about is my beanie. It's Bleach. I watched Bleach for the first time this year, and it's it's so good. I'm not caught up. I'm not at Thousand Year Blood War arc. I'm not even close. I had to stop watching it because I got so busy with school. So I'm only in like the 200 somethings, almost at 300. So like I'm almost there, but like I'm not there yet. So like one of my goals, like since I'll be out of the country for a little bit, I'm going to be catching up on all the anime that I'm behind on right now. And then I'm going to catch up on Bleach. And I'm not going to start another anime until I catch up on Bleach. So there's that. But I adore this series. I number two of the big three for me. It Gia's literally pushing the chair.
Ugh, Bingley looks so funny behind you. Oh well, he just moved, but he looks so funny behind you.
But it's such a great series, and I love once it gets to Soul Society arc, it just goes up and up and up and up. And Aizen's hot. Aizen's the hottest villain out there. Love him. And
If
yeah,
we're talking about hot villains in Bleach, or not villains, but like hot people in Bleach, Ichigo in this final season. Oh my God, I'm not caught up on the final season. At this point, like I'm watching it with Dana right now because she's down for the holidays. But like from what I've seen, I'm like halfway done with this final season of the first part. Oh my God. And I as a person that had like watched Bleach like a couple of years ago and like read the manga a couple of years ago, like even not remembering stuff or whatnot, like just the upgraded animation of Bleach right now, and then just seeing all these characters again and like all the fight scenes and everything, like literally like from the first like episode, from the get-go, like people are dying and it's like crazy. Every episode is just like mouth to the floor, like how are we gonna get out of this situation? It's angsty, you got the anxiety, you have like these new villains that are just really like evil, like evil, like what they do. And I am I can't wait till you get there. Like especially since you've watched this more recently, you're just gonna like remember things and you're just gonna see it like all just put together and like backstory stuff that you're just gonna like it's literally going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. And I'm so excited for you to get there. And funny that you brought that up because Bleach Thousand Year Blood War arc was in my thing. I'm
Yeah,
just glad they
that's
brought
all
it
for
back.
me.
Oh, I think this could be for both of us. One Piece,
Oh yeah.
specifically Wano, and then like Film Red that came out this year. The animation, especially like when they got to Oni no uh mm, when they got to Kaido's like hideout place, like his territory in Wano, like that type of stuff. The animation got really good. And then like Roof Piece,
Mhm.
oh my
Mhm.
God. And
So
just
good.
now with like Robin and then just like Luffy fighting Kaido and but yeah, the manga so good. I'm so anxious about stuff. That's all I can say because I feel like a lot of our people are not caught up.
Yes.
So I don't want to spoil, but it's good. Watch it, read it,
It's really good.
and yeah. Mm,
That's it.
yeah. I hope everyone has a good rest of their year. Literally the second to last day. 2023. I hope everyone has a really good beginning to their new year. Is hanging out with their family and friends. Staying warm because it's cold. It is so cold here. It's ridiculous. Um, thank you for staying with us for this half year that we've had with this podcast. Thank you to all the new people, the people that have been here since the beginning, whenever people joined. We really thank you for sticking with us and supporting us and listening to us rant about anime and anything else we talk about. I really appreciate everyone. And so I hope you're excited for what we're going to be doing in 2023 because I am. We have a bunch of cool episodes planned out. Guest that will be appearing, new people. Um, so thank you. And you have anything to say, Emily?
You pretty much summed it up for me.
There you
So
go. Um,
I don't want to be repetitive.
yeah. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next year.
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy. Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.